won't be the first time. But they had the number like that. They stopped two in front of me.
Wow.
You got to come back tomorrow for a flight.
Oh my.
It's a nice hotel just off the airport. Yeah, they did. We were booked the plane.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Exactly.
This is service time for flight 788. Don't worry, on seat 43. We're going to Long Beach on flight 788. We need to be at seat 43 in 2 minutes, please.
We got there 2 minutes is a good help. More than 2 minutes.
Hustle.
Alright folks, before I begin my fees coming down here, I'll make another quick announcement. Like I said, this flight is very full, so we do have more than 2 bags. Anything that literally holds something else and zips up is a bag, purse, penny bag, satchel. I understand Indiana Jones wears them, but still. If it's more than 2, I need you to consolidate down. If you have bigger items and you feel like you may run out of overhead space, so as you guys get up there, also please go gate check those items. And on my fees, 1 through 30, come on down.
It was the day, and then the shock came from the sky, and then it was the night. But nothing in me was tired, so I did not sleep. Instead I waited in the bush. I sat and walked, but no one came, except a rabbit and some dogs. But they did not give chase, as far as I could see. They'd lost their appetites too. I spent some time making bird calls, but none responded out of fear. I dug myself a spider's hole, and it was hungry work. And then I ate from my geo-stash. I made some notes for my legacy, with some mud on a rock. But I was not fulfilled without an audience. After a while I gave up. I missed a plane flying overhead, through the sky and off into the night. could not compete with that technology. So I designed a bear trap. I met by chance a great tall man. He said he had a room full of orphans. He had them working round the clock, preserving energy. He spoke about the key to survival.
Here, actually, they're so they should be good. Perfect. Okay. Just don't remember that.
Says everything is fine now. They're wrong. Fine time. The badges on the night. Red to me. Doesn't seem ready to me. Your dad is gonna find out. Something's up. I say we ought to fight now, right now. The party's over right now. Find out. Bring the party to the night now. Red to me, can't see everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, aboard Southwest Airlines Flight 2, Minneapolis St. Paul International. Appreciate you all coming in very nicely. Make sure you're sitting down nicely when the flight attendants come down. Make sure you have your seatbelts on. And you put everything in that plane now. While the flight attendants get everything ready, we'll take off. Thank you very much.
If I'm
So we did as much as we could. We did we had to get it all in and our properties on Beckwood, but we're one of the lucky ones who look like two doors away.
How you doing, folks? Welcome, Nick Street Fridays. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you being here with us. Flying out of Denver. Should be a nice flight. How you doing, folks? It's your captain speaking, the American anchor, baby. Clear skies, great stuff, in-flight entertainment. Appreciate you being here. Kick back and relax and fly Nick Street. How you doing? Appreciate you being here. Flying Southwest Airlines all the way to Minneapolis, St. Paul International in Minnesota. How you doing, folks? How's your Friday going? About to get up to 41,000 feet here, flight level 410 before we get the seatbelt signs off and the airphone on. It's a pleasure as always. Hope you're enjoying your seat right now. Right on. This is Spirit, everyone is black. You're wrong, this is Southwest. Only less percentage. Welcome, folks. Rolling out hot. How you doing, Court? Flat Earth Victory. Nilda, Bobby Blanco, the real Mr. Man. How you doing, Hyphen? Aries. Welcome to 𝒏𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒆𝒂𝒎. It's a pleasure as always. How's my mic? Test, test, test. Let me see if I can boost her preemptively. I think. Boom, boom. Test, testing. 1, 2, 3. Am I coming in clear? Your captain speaking. How you doing, imperfect citizen? Thank you. Welcome, welcome. CSS element. Terry, how you doing, Terry? Murden, how you doing? Nice to see you in the chat. Slobs and slots. Welcome. It's a pleasure. Bobby Blanco, stand up. We got Hake. We got everybody. Should be a nice fight, like I said. Clear weather all the way. What's up, NERN? NERN. I always forget how to say that. NERN. Nice. Crystal clear, beautiful American native sugar pancake face. Steve C, the doors are locked. I know people are asking. I see everybody coming in, and you're thumbing the doors, you're thumbing the windows. You're like running your fingers across the creases and lines of the plane. You're wondering, you know, that's not quite as flush as I want it to be. You know, in terms of build quality, you're all very aware of build quality right now. You're looking at the bolts of the doors. But do not worry. We're flying an Airbus A320neo, and no real problems with that. They're talking about the Boeing 737 MAX project. It's corrupt. It's rotten from the inside. It's not just the plane. It's the whole project. Who knows when that corruption will hit the Airbus A320, but for now, be calm, knowing that the doors of this plane most likely will not fall off. What's up, Thomas? Tomas? Very nice. Beautiful stuff. You know, there's some stuff going on. Stuff I didn't get to this week. And fun stuff. So we'll try and do our best here. There's some news. Russian terrorism. Anybody know anything about foreign terrorism? Why is that happening in other countries? Now, I've heard of terrorist attacks in the UK and stuff. The West, France, right? Remember Ariana Grande? The one of the worst ones ever was in France, no? Like 80 people dead? France, terrorist attack. Do you remember? Kanye did like a whole thing on it. The Paris attacks. Holy. The November 13th Paris attacks. Do you think those... What do you think? Which was the worst atrocity on mankind? You know, there are a lot of people arguing right now. What's the worst, absolute worst atrocity on committed on mankind right now? People are debating some recent stuff, Ukraine, Israel. Some are debating hard for Israel. I don't know the numbers. I don't know the proportions. But let me say hello to the folks. How you doing? This is your captain, the American Anchor Baby. Let me move this over here. And we're chilling. We're rocking. We're flying up to 41,000 feet here. We're in the cockpit. And we're climbing beautifully. We're not over speeding. We got the lights with the lights retracted. You know, I'd say the FAA and Southwest Airlines would be quite happy with their Anchor Baby airline pilot right now. There would be no nasty emails about diversity. You know, they'd be quite happy, I gotta say. So for all the people who've been talking ish, never let them tell you. Never. Remember, never. Never let them tell you that you cannot learn how to be a pilot on Google. Take my words with a grain of salt. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Steve C, how you doing? Very cool. I'm laughing at chat. Okay, how you doing, Lil? How you doing, Rumble? I'm also live on Rumble, rumble.com/American Anchor Baby. Mildegrew and Hake holding it down over there on Rumble. I see you, Aries. How you doing? Thank you for that. Diamonds and all that. I will accept those as first class tickets, but we'll get to all that. Don't worry. Do not worry, we'll get to all that. Drone at 9 o'clock. Yes. Do not worry. No drones. The FAA is not sending anyone our way. Steve C says Joy Reid is going blonde. Breaking news. Breaking. Nice. All right. So we are 30. We are just hitting basically 29,000. And we want to get on up there. And you know what I can do? Some snazzy little cheat codes. Is I can press this little knob here. And maybe things will go bad. But I read a little thing. I did a little Googling. I read something I read about a little function here. So I'm gonna press this knob. See if we can. Uh-oh. Nope. Okay, yes, it's pointing down now. The nose is pointing down. That's not what we wanted. Okay, we're in a almost Mayday situation, but it's okay. Your pilot has experience. Okay, the plane is shaking. The plane is shaking. Everybody calm down. You want your seatbelts on. Be as calm as your pilot is right now as he figures out what's going on. The plane is diving. You know what's one thing we could do? Pull up on the stick. I'm a pilot. Pull up on the stick. Right? Hey. Okay. We're over speeding, but it's okay. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Look at that. Me messing around must have turned off the autopilot. That's what's going on. Autopilot on. We're going to need that little sucker because we got a show to get to. Sort of. So we can let this computer just handle things. All right, I'm sorry I messed with you. You climb at the speed you want to climb at. You do whatever you want to do. I'm not going to mess with you. Whew. A320. Parachutes on, y'all. You don't need those. I'm an expert. You know, the plane's pretty stable right now, so why don't we just go ahead? Just be careful when getting up out of your seats and all that. Flight attendants will be happy to help you. But I'm going to have to pull up the itinerary here. Flight attendants, I'm going to need that list right away. I know. Don't worry. I'm the captain. Protocols and all that. Don't worry. Unbuckle them and pick them up. They'll be okay. They can walk. I'll keep the plane nice and steady. How about that, flight attendants? For the itinerary, we got some first-class super chatters. You know what that means. You must know what that means by now. I do want to welcome 𝒔𝒐𝒄𝒊𝒂𝒍𒔔. He writes with a first-class super chat. I am a baby. Please sit me in the lounge. Hake with the super chat says, I need an upgrade. Well, I want to follow this story. Hold on. Terry Strange, thank you for the super chat and the first-class ticket purchase there. She writes, I need an upgrade. I got seated next to a fat person. Well, what are our apologies? You know, well, not really our apologies. You're welcome to sit in the Ballers Lounge and in all the space you require. But at Southwest Airlines, we treat all the customers equally. And I would go to the Ballers Lounge with a repentant attitude while you consider what it is, how you left that person feeling. Because this is all over the PA. Everybody can hear it. Hake with a first-class ticket, thank you. He writes, I need an upgrade. I'm seated next to a black. He wrote. So thank you, Hake. Please. Hake, Terry, 𝒔𝒂𝒊𝒂𝒍�. You know what that means. Please sit in the Ballers Lounge. It's all clean. It's all nice. It's got the snackies, drinkies all stocked up, whatever you like. Please sit in your spacious and luxurious Ballers Lounge. Very nice. Okay, I think the plane's stable. Everyone's happy. People are sitting. People are chilling. And I think we're happy. Nice. Nick, you trying to simulate the vomit comet? No, this is going to be a stable flight. Even that little... Okay, let's just ignore the little dive. I have realism on, just so you know. So any significant jerking of the plane or significant collision, it's going to end the whole flight. It's going to kill us. It's going to end it. So we'll know. There's no plan. There's no... Like last flight. There's no No training wheels. Okay. This is for real. This is for all the marbles and all the souls on board. Birdie Bound Brian, Air Marshal Birdie Bound Brian, with a generous first class ticket. Sir, thank you so much. He writes, the greatest evil is forgetfulness. Absolutely. 100%. Thank you for that, Birdie Bound Brian. Please sit in the Ballers Lounge. You know what's up. Take a seat. What's up, Seymour Richards? Welcome. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Okay. So what's going on in Russia? Is this for realsies? Maybe RT has the news. You know what was interesting? I was in Russia. I was in Mexico. You know this. And in Guadalajara. And where else? Where else did I see this? I saw RT billboards. RT, Russia Today. I don't know if it's Russian state-sponsored media, like news, kind of like CBC, Canadian Broadcasting Company in Canada. But they are Russia, right? Russia Today. Blaze at Moscow concert hall contained fire. Okay. 40 killed, over 100 wounded in Moscow shooting. Pretty crazy. Just a little bit of news here, but what? I can't understand the significance. We're going to keep it on the news here. A lot of speculation. I don't know anything about that. I know a little bit about terrorismo in the West. And, you know, some basic thoughts come to mind. Well, they hate them because, you know, the great Satan, it's the West, Israel's involved. So, the war on terror of friggin' Iraq and blah, 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 Bush. So people say, well, yeah, that's why you got hit. That's why 9/11 happened. You got hit with that terrorism. They were reciprocating. And so I kind of see it the same way for the whole West. Kind of. That's why France happened. That's like some shallow. I call it shallow because it's not like I know what I'm really talking about. But I feel like that's the common understanding. What do you guys think? So when I see terrorism, no hay terrorismo marítimo. No hay terrorismo ruso. When I see Russian terrorism in Russia, I don't know, a couple of things come to mind. Putin, Russia, okay, the Christian, but isn't Russia? Where do they stand with the Palestine people? Because aren't they all teamed up with China? Russia, China, they kind of softly support the Palestinians. Probably, and this part is opinion and speculation. It seems to me, and as a layman, that their interest in this soft power over the region is mainly has to do with America and their opposition to the United States, NATO, etc. This is my understanding, okay? Someone can correct me. And we'll have the airphone on here so you can't correct me because, look at that, folks, 41,000 feet. The skies are clear and beautiful. We got the chemtrails on. You can donate to turn off the chemtrails and save the world. It's an expensive donation, but you can't do that. Consider it. That's a joke. These chemtrails don't turn off, so don't donate a big amount thinking these will turn off. Volume up, please. How am I coming in? Test. Maybe I should mumble. So those are some of my thoughts on Russia, Russian terrorism. Don't they like the Palestinians or support them? Russia, China veto U.S.-led UN resolution on Gaza. This is March 22nd. The United Nations Security Council on Friday turned down a resolution calling for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza and an Israel-Hamas hostage deal after Russia and China vetoed the measure. So Russia and China vetoed this ceasefire measure. So they're like, what, keep it going? The resolution called for an immediate sustained ceasefire. So America, I mean, that's what America wants. the U.S.-backed ceasefire. So maybe Russia doesn't want it for that reason. But that's how I see Russia. Am I wrong on this? Russia continues to support the creation of a Palestinian state. I mean, according to Wikipedia. These are my, this is my soft research on soft power. But that's the news a little bit. 40 killed and over 100 wounded. And if you don't know the number, 760-515-3855. We got the airphone on. Ooh, let's hit the, why don't we hit the little button? Now we know where it is. Oh, nice. I love Google. And you know, let me know if you guys hear like this kind of buzzing. Because it has to do, I think, with my graphics card. It's gonna take a little bit more involved of a setup change to kind of fix it. Let me know. I think there's ways I could kind of mitigate it, deal with it. But yes. You know what else? buymeacoffee.com/anchorbaby. Just mentioning it since I didn't have it open. But I have it open now. But where was we? 40 killed, that's right. Damn, look at all this. Is fire? Is this fire? Blaze at Moscow Concert Hall. I mean, let's first do this. 40 people have been killed and more than 100 injured in a terrorist attack at the Crocus City Hall shopping mall concert complex. Okay. So that's the complex on fire. Northwest of Moscow, Russia's Federal Security Service reported on Friday. According to the Ministry of Emergency Situations, about 100 people have been escorted to safety by firefighters. So, yeah, a lot killed. Because I saw earlier, it was only like a few people killed. Okay. Oh. What's up, Aries? Thank you for that. Appreciate the support. Oh. Oops. Appreciate the support there. You know what that means? Folks, we got another entry to the Ballers Lounge, and we do appreciate all ballers who support the show and support the stream and support the flight. Aries 1 with the first class super chat is asking for the chemtrails to be turned up. Hey, he's a paying customer. He's a paying first class super chatter in the Ballers Lounge. You'll notice behind one of the panels near one of the seats there, Aries 1, you'll see the controls for the chemtrails. Just give her a boost. Turn her up. They're there for you to fiddle away with and just mess with them to your heart's content. Chemtrails. The chemtrail knob. Love it. So yeah. But where were we? Agitating Russia is a very stupid idea. Are these Muslims or not? What's the word? Russia? Hold on. Let me open Twitter. We're going to need the Twitter connection on Russia. Crocus City, a large mall and music venue just northwest of the Russian capital, came under attack by unknown assailants late on Friday. At least 3 individuals armed with assault rifles attacked visitors and targeted a concert hall, setting it on fire. The attackers struck the venue, situated at one end of the sprawling complex in Moscow region just before a concert by the rock band Picnic, which was scheduled for Friday evening. Yeah, what are the gun laws like in Russia? Rifles and shotguns with barrels less than 500 millimeters long are prohibited, according to Wikipedia. As of 2013, citizens over 18 of age can obtain a firearms license. So you need a license? After attending gun safety classes. Sounding a little bit like Canada. You know, you got to get your restricted and non-restricted firearms licenses up in Canada. And then you may be permitted to own one under severe restrictions. And don't let the RCMP, if the RCMP gets scared, they see a scary looking firearm, they'll just put it on the ban list. The Mounties. It's like a traditional police force, okay? They're on horses, okay? They're just keeping it going, I guess. Got to keep something going. I don't know what to tell you. Keep the poppies and as long as we got the poppies and the Mounties. Right on, Canada. But I'm digressing. Russian firefighters managed to contain the fire at the Crocus City Hall, which was set ablaze by a group of terrorists. So the So it was arson and shooting. The arson was part of an assault by unidentified perpetrators, which left at least 40 people dead, 140 injured. The concert hall is a major entertainment venue, was about to host a performance by a popular rock band. Yeah. What's the word? Are they everybody, we want to know. Everybody always wants to know which side, right? Was it white? Was it black? Was it Muslim? Was it trans? Now we got trans shooters. But what kind of sickness? What is Russia dealing with? Because I have heard they're dealing with immigration issues. And part of that issue is a Muslim issue. But yeah.
Content.
I wish we could know if ISIS is
News
truly
out of
responsible.
Moscow, where
Well, let's
Russian
watch this.
media is reporting dozens of people are dead and more than 100 are injured following a mass shooting and fire at a concert hall. According to Russian media, several gunmen in military fatigues burst into Crocus City Hall and began shooting at the crowd. Russian media also says the suspects threw explosives, which caused the building to catch fire. Reports say visitors are being evacuated, but some may be trapped by that fire. Now, this incident is being called an apparent terror attack. I want to bring in Beth Noble now. She is a professor at Fordham University, also a former Moscow bureau chief for CBS News. Professor, thanks very much for being.
Why don't you, Beth? What are you doing wearing your pretty little head? Maybe she has some important things to say.
With us, first of all, I'm wondering if you are hearing anything at all from your contacts in Moscow.
So I haven't heard anyone. I think everybody I know at Moscow is either.
So you're now a help. Thanks, Beth. Why did we bring you on, Beth? I'm sorry. I'm sure she's nice. She's like, so Beth, have you heard anything from Moscow? No, I haven't heard anything. Okay, so I think we can move on. Thank you, Beth. Appreciate that. Thanks, Beth. There go the Bolsheviks. What do you mean? One more thing I want to show you here. Oh yeah, here it is. You know, in the spirit of reporting the news, U.S. warned New York Times, I'm not paying for your article. No, I'm not live circumventing your paywall on stream. That's not what I'm doing. Oh, what? Does it work anymore? There you go. New York Times. I'm not going to tell you how I did that, okay? Don't ask. Don't even bother asking how I did that. As far as you're concerned, I'm a paying member for the New York Times. U.S. warned about possible Moscow attack before concert hall shooting. Pro-Moscow forces had dismissed the alert as an attempt to scare Russians. The U.S. Embassy in Moscow issued a security alert on March 7th, warning that its personnel were monitoring reports that extremists have imminent plans to target large gatherings in Moscow to include concerts. I always wondered how the American intelligence, I mean, it is the greatest intelligence in the world, no? They got all sorts of monitors. Maybe they just, I mean, these terrorists communicate online. And you got eyes and ears everywhere. Okay. The warning was related to the attack on Friday, according to people briefed on the matter, but it was not related to possible Ukrainian sabotage. Not related to possible Ukrainian sabotage, American officials said, adding that the State Department would not have used the word extremists to warn about actions ordered from Kiev. So it's not, at least according to American intelligence, that one's for you, Hake. According to American intelligence, at least has nothing to do with Ukraine, of anything, any official elements of Ukraine, of the Ukrainian, let's call it, let's use, we love in language here, any official element of the Ukrainian offense, right? It's a nice umbrella term. Pro-Kremlin voices immediately seized on the U.S. Embassy's warning to paint America as trying to scare Russians. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. But that's the news a little bit. No, that's enough, Beth. That's enough. That's what's going on a little bit. You know, you got to wonder, though. what do Islamic extremists have to do with Russia? It makes that. I'm not saying it's that far-fetched or even that mysterious to think, well, okay, it's a Christian country. It's a country that, and that's enough. But yeah. You gotta wonder, right? Because look, Russia continues to support the creation of a Palestinian state to achieve lasting peace in the Middle East. Peace in the Middle East. Look, they're talking about 2 states. They're talking about this state. So I'm not gonna mention the states. They want a 2 states. I'm not gonna mention the states. They're talking about a 2-state solution. I'm not even gonna mention this. I don't even know what that bit is. Palestine has separate governments in the Gaza Strip, Hamas, and West Bank, Fatah. After a brief civil war in 2007. Really? I didn't know that. They had a civil war. Oh, this is that 2007 thing. When, right. We kind of talked about this. The PLO, they call it the Palestinian Legislative Office. The people who basically handle elections and all that. The PLC, Palestinian Legislative Council. They handle like elections and all that. Yeah, I don't know the skinny on those so-called 2006. I hear different things. Oh, look, they support Hamas. They voted for them. They voted for them. But then then you hear things like 50% of Gaza is children. You're gonna tell me all those people voted for Hamas? I don't know. I really don't know what to tell you, folks. I try to stay out of it a little bit because I just don't know. Imagine if we had a Hamas on our doorstep. What the heck would we do? And yet at the same time, I hear they've gone too far. Israel's gone too far. I hear Hamas or Gaza or whatever, they've gone too far. I just don't know. We don't want... I do see a lot of... Can we call it emotional and linguistic terrorism? So you support dead babies, leading questions, all sorts. I see this a lot, both sides. I'm seeing a lot of that. I'm seeing a lot of emotions. Mess. Russia warned U.S. of the Tsarnaev brothers pre-Boston bombing. Interesting. U.S. intelligence failed that one though. Oops. Taser. Hake with the back-to-back first-class super chats. He's already sitting in the Ballers Lounge. But does that mean he gets Ballers, does he become Baller Prime? Prime Baller in the Prime Baller seat? You see the Prime Baller seat, right? Baller is Prime. We should maybe designate that. I think right now, currently, Prime Baller is Birdie Bound Brian. So I don't know what to tell you, but I appreciate the first class super chat. Hake. Russian intel. What do you think, Hake? Do you think it's you think it's like egos? I sometimes look at like history and I'm reading stories and stuff, and it's funny to see how things kind of come down to like really fundamental things like ego. Like this person has anger. He has a chip on his personality, and he cares about this. I'm wondering, Hake and anybody else, what do you think is it's just ego? Like U.S. was like whatever Russia, and Russia was like whatever U.S. And that's literally, I don't know. They say the U.S. had intelligence about who was it? About some of our own domestic school shooters. FBI knew about Iowa shooting. Look, Google's finishing it for me. Google finished that one for me. Don't get mad at me, YouTube and otherwise. I'm not the conspiracy theorist. Google is the conspiracy theorist. I typed in FBI knew. We're going to do that again. FBI knew. Let's do an incognito window. FBI. Okay, that's not fair. I swear it happened. YouTube's not going to believe me because I didn't have it on camera. But I'm telling you it happened. Anyways. Where was it? There's information. FBI knew. They knew. I read an interesting piece by Michael Tracy today about pro-war cheerleading and how it influences public opinion in countries. That's fascinating, actually. You know what I mean? Uncle Google sold you out to the feds. FBI got tip about shooting suspect the day before 2021 arrest. PBS NewsHour. Authorities said the person who would later kill 5 at Colorado LGBTQ nightclub. Oh, that one. We're talking about that one. Was on FBI's radar a day before being arrested for threatening to kill family members. I don't know. It's just not looking good for the FBI lately. Yeah, Hake says egos. That's fascinating. I think it might just be that. It's that fundamental. That sounds like fundamental all things are, I think. It's people and desires and lies, and that's it. And you have full-on world wars. You have full-on, like, man, Patrick Buchanan's unnecessary war. So fascinating, but I've talked about that before. He points out it's like at every turn there was someone who wanted to do something right, but they were scared, or it was someone who got slighted. Who was it? Let me think of it. Let's see if I remember. Searching the archive. It's like we're talking about like statesmen, like at the level of Lloyd George, but who knows who I'm talking about? I can't quite remember. And they in a meeting of a German Kaiser or something, they were like, I didn't like the way he looked at me, so we're gonna eradicate you and wipe you off the face of Europe, and we're gonna dominate everything. And if you don't relegate yourselves to a tiny existence, then we will kill you. It'll be from the river to the sea style. You know what I'm saying? So there were some. They call them Russophobes nowadays. In history and historically Russophobic. They call it naturally. Sometimes these historians, they call it natural. They've been natural Russophobes. See, England, they're natural Russophobes. They're natural enemies. But yeah, anyways, that's what's going on here. Russia. What else here? What else? Killed. That's a significant amount, no? And I do have the calls unmuted. My apologies. I had them muted. I think 2 people tried calling 760-515-3855. They also got. So yeah, that's Russia. There's a lot of emotions flared over atrocities. And they're saying some are worse than others. Okay, there's a special form of evil. They're saying it's
all right,
a special form of evil. I'm sure you've heard of Candace by now. That Candace Owens out from Daily Wire.
All right, everybody.
I don't know what to say, but you know what? There's a couple of interesting things here in this video she put out titled, Why Does Everyone Think I'm Going to Be Killed? And maybe we can like hash something out here. It might be interesting. What I find interesting about this is people, the way, whoa. Uh-oh. Not what I want to do. Oopsies. Don't worry about that. What was I saying? There's something so interesting. I was saying this the other day. I was saying something like this the other day. But Joelle said it actually today in such a simple way. But anyways, I'm talking about people showing, shall we call it, allegiances. They say that's anti-Semitic to say. Showing allegiances. But that's, look, let me say this. Something I was just thinking about the other day. Also, because I was watching that Candace and the rabbi talk. It's like, Jews, hold up. And I don't think rabbi represent. Maybe it is not all but most that rabbi, if he represents Jews at all. Maybe it is not all but most. And I really just don't know. But friggin', I'm talking about allegiances. What was I saying? Jews. Every race connives and tries to get the hookup and watches for themselves. And it's like in history, every single race. And nobody goes around saying you can't. Hey, they'll get mad about like the substance of the accusation. Hey, you're accusing blacks or whatever of this or that. And you're just absolutely wrong. It's actually this. But it feels like the Jews are the only ones who are like, hey, wait a second. You bringing this up is absolutely ridiculous, anti-Semitic. Every race connives. Okay, can we just because that's how people are, right? People are they're tribal, they're silly, they think they identify with all these things. They have all their gods. Who was it that said it today? It was either a caller on one of the shows. Maybe it wasn't even today. But it was another day. I forget what it was, but someone said something about how man used to divide themselves with the gods they had. But Christianity made it so that everybody, and I guess maybe not just Christianity, but maybe not just Christianity, the Abrahamic religions, I don't know what I'm saying, that it's one God over everybody. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to be mixed up and diverse, but I'm just saying, if everyone really believed that, like truly, we'd have love, right? People would divide themselves with these gods. Be like, we worship this God. We're this race. We're this religion. We're all these things. And what am I talking about? That's how man is, okay? Everybody and the Jews, okay? Everybody. That's how I see it. But yeah. They want to be gods. Who are you talking about? Jose? What do you mean? Whatever do you mean? Okay. Everything is looking good here. I mean, no, everything is looking beautifully here. Just checking on the stream. Yeah, what do you mean, Jose? What's up, Frederick? What's up, Carver? Welcome. Appreciate it. Everything is fake. Welcome. Welcome. But what else was fascinating about this? Oh yeah, it was something Joel said. It was the way he put it so simply. He was noticing how when Black Lives Matter riots and all that happened, it was like mask off for a lot of people. And for people who call themselves conservatives, Christians, pro-America, white people, maybe even like stuff like that, okay? But it's like mask off. We're conservative. Oh yeah, we love America, but we're still black. Don't you forget it. And it was the same. It's kind of the same with these wars happening, even to a degree, the Russia-Ukraine stuff. It's like mask off for establishment sycophants, whether they're voters or politicians. And then in Israel, it's like, I'm conservative. Yeah, I love America, or whatever. Democrat, I'm a Democrat, I'm a liberal, but I love America, and I'm for America no matter what. Wait, but I'm still Jewish. Wait, don't you forget that. So I thought that was simple, beautiful simplicity from Joel Friday. It's also mask off for people just pure anger too. I don't know, just hateful, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? But anyways, I'm a little lost here. Let me turn on, I lost all my windows. Give me a sec here while I get this situated here. I minimize everything. But how's your Friday going? We might get into some of this here. A little bit of Candace. Because it was something interesting. I can't quite remember what it was. Candace, I mean, she was talking to that rabbi. And here's the thing about that rabbi, too. It's like,
behind every society.
I pointed out the other day, it's like, man, anybody, I didn't even know that this was happening to this degree. I told you the other day, my first experience with Jews is here in California. But it goes to show that all people with anger are crazy and will take a side and will and here's, by the way, what I'm getting at is the evidence of this anger is when you see certain kinds of evil as worse than others, you could put it on another level. But I feel like a lot of, maybe, do you think that's a not all, but most situation? That guy was crazy. I don't know if it's fair to say. Anyways, I got a caller. Oh, just dropped you. Call me back, 760-515-3855. No, wait, hold up. Yeah, 760-515-3855. If you want to jump in there. Because Christianity is the only thing in this world that requires you to admit you are wrong. Beautiful. American law used to be this way, but not no mo. Interesting. Yeah. That's that. But yeah, you can call me back, 760-515-3855, I was just taking you there. My apologies if we lost you. Boom. Caller, you're on the air. Oh. Caller, you're on the air. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, man, it's Josh from Georgia.
What's up, man? How you been?
Doing all right. How you been, man?
All is well, sir. You on the road or what's up?
Something like that.
Nice.
Something like that.
Nice to hear from you, sir.
Yeah, man. Yeah, good to see you on the show, man. I was just watching you.
Beautiful.
And yeah. But yeah, about you said everybody makes something their God, right? That kind of reminds me of the hero question that was they were talking about at church. Everybody has a hero, right?
Right.
And
there was an assignment. It was an assignment. It was like,
it was an assignment. Yeah.
Get rid of your heroes. Trust no one.
Right.
That's a reminder for people, by the way, who are listening right now. There's a little reminder for you this Sunday. Okay, let's have a good Sunday, please. Last Sunday was great too. I'm just joking around.
Yeah, because making somebody your hero is making them like a little god, like a mini god to you. Like I kind of made Kanye my hero.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And you get upset. I think I kind of make hate.
How do you know
hero.
that you made him your hero?
Because you get upset when he doesn't he doesn't do what you want him to do.
Oh,
and it's like,
and what did he do that you wanted him to do? That you didn't want him to do, I guess.
I guess when he married the new girl and did he post her nude?
Right. You were like, I thought you were a Christian.
Yeah. He's an artist, so he's in a different world. But I noticed I was like, I want him to be like Hake. I want him to be perfect.
I remember you said something like that too. About Hake. You're like, I want. That's hilarious. You're like, you kind of made Hake your hero.
Yeah, but I know it's an illusion. But what did you say? Yeah.
I follow you, man.
But yeah. But I still get caught in that. And
here's the thing about Kanye. Like, okay, so he recently came out and was like, okay, I don't have Jesus is not doing anything for me or whatever.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I haven't heard the comments. I kind of haven't heard them, so maybe I'm totally ignorant here, but I'm just saying, isn't it like, shouldn't we? Because I've heard some of the talk, and it's like, well, is he Christian? Is he not? Is he really? It's like, can we just? Isn't it just okay to know that when if you're going through something like that, that you just never knew him. And I'm not trying to. I don't want that to be such a negative, because I know I do that to myself, and that's such a drama. It's so stupid. Time to drop that. But you know what I'm saying? Like you're just like, oh, I'm just. You never knew him. You just never knew him. What's the big deal?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. You had him. That's what the whole problem is. Like I had him on a pedestal. I made him a little secret hero, just to make me feel good. And then when he doesn't do what I want him to do, or like imagine if Hake got a girlfriend and he just changed his whole personality, how we would all be like so bummed out over that,
If he switched up, if he became a simp, if Hake became a simp, you're like, what?
A beta male. Yeah. If you like, I don't know.
You gotta be careful with that.
A lot of guys.
And it sounds like it sounds like you're paying attention to that. But you know what I noticed? Why you gotta be careful with that? Because you I don't know if you even noticed, but you actually start attaching. How do I put this? Like let's say you believe all thoughts are lies, and then you're working to overcome yourself, but then you put so much on Hake, and you see him act like a beta male or something, that it'll mess with your so-called salvation. I have no better word to communicate with you right now. Who knows what even salvation means, but you see what I'm saying? It'll mess with that, with your belief on that, with your Satan will use that.
That's the whole purpose of it. Yeah, that's what he does. Yeah, that's what the devil does. Is he uses, I think I make myself a hero, and then when I catch myself believing the thoughts, I feel like I let myself down, and I think that's the whole.
I bet you were the same way. We gotta drop that, man. We gotta drop this drama story of man. I gotta learn to not judge myself. Maybe I'm wrong here, but I hear people say this, and I say this. I know I don't judge, but I still judge myself. There's something sounds wrong about that. Do you agree with me or no? What do you think about that? Something just feels wrong about that.
I know I intellectualize this stuff a lot, and I don't know what I know.
Yeah.
I learn stuff. I learn these little sayings, all the Bond sayings, and to the point where I kind of don't really know if I know it or I'm just regurgitating it,
Could it be?
So,
could it be? Could it be? Think about this for a second. Could it be that you have closed yourself off to the possibility by saying to yourself, I've intellectualized it, and just kind of claiming that over and over. I don't know what to tell you guys. It's just I know myself, and I've intellectualized it. Could it be that you and I are closing ourselves off to just simply knowing? Imagine if we just knew, right? Because it's like as simple as knowing as this remote I'm holding is blue. It's blue in my hand. I can see it. And you know how you can see that thoughts are lies? Could it be that simple? And we are blocking ourselves off in our own minds with these same crazy thoughts because we're naming and claiming all this crap about. Am I making any sense?
Definitely. Yeah. It's definitely. Because
I feel like I do the same thing, man.
Man, the devil is like beyond tricky. It's like anything can make you play yourself. And while we're all busy judging Kanye and judging all the people in the media, I'm doing the exact same thing. So anything that's definitely possible.
I want to leave that possibility open for myself too. Leave it as I don't know, and I'm gonna have a little faith on this one.
Yeah,
because I think that's what I'm doing. It's a total drama, man. And then I get to tell people like, I don't know, I keep judging myself, and and it's like a drama. It's like a drama. It's a story.
Yeah. I just take it light and don't, when I find myself doing stupid stuff,
I love
that's
that,
what
actually.
it is.
Thank you for
I don't
saying
get
that.
too down.
100%. You're so right. It's light. I love that.
Yeah, take it light. And nothing's a big deal.
I love it. Right on, sir. Anything else you want to talk about here before we move the wheels?
No, man. Keep it up the word. I love the show, man. Keep doing what you're doing, bro.
Thank you, sir. Call me again. Ooh, sorry, sir. Josh, Georgia. Appreciate your call. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. We got back to back. Thank you, Birdie Bound Brian. He remains ballerus primus. Birdie Bound Brian writes, "It's that simple, amazing. Thank you, sir. Please sit in your. I mean, I know you're already sitting in the Ballers Lounge, but dang, this Ballers Lounge is all yours. Baller Prime. Mic thumping. I know I suck. Hold on. This is the worst. Let me mute this. I had a mic arm that I ordered, and I installed it for a Nick stream, and I'm like, I hate it. I absolutely hated it.
Call from.
We got a caller. You're on the air. Your name and where you calling from.
Hey, what's going on, Nick?
All is well, sir. Who am I speaking with?
It's Brian from Missouri.
Brian, Missouri. Thank you for your call.
Hey, I think it was your yesterday's show. You said something about like, where's the colonial spirit? And you kind of said it in you meant like the digital age. I think.
Yeah. I was talking about these parents who are scared of their. They're saying they need laws, and these politicians who are saying we need laws to protect kids from the internet.
I was thinking you kind of got my juices flowing with that, and I was thinking, I think the youth of America needs another Manifest Destiny. I think we need to colonize and conquer something.
Oh, what do you mean?
I think we need.
I think I'm following. That'll motivate what? What do you think that would cause?
Well, I think it's just that it would like when people went west from east of the Mississippi, and they said go west. It wasn't just that people got to inherit the country. It was also they gave them the responsibility of conquering the uncivilized and bringing civilization to the frontier. And I think people rose to the challenge.
What effect do you think that had on families and American society, I guess?
Well, I mean, I think it would obviously a positive effect.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there were some bad things that happened.
No, I don't think you're wrong at all. I don't think you're wrong. There's something to be said about just mechanically how society is set up, and how you make money and pay for things and the cycles that we're in. It was just abjectly different. There was just less. It was more you had on your plate. You know what I'm saying here? I'm following what you're saying. There's something to be said too. Sorry, go ahead.
If you have, a child today, I would be mentioning to them, and this might sound very far-fetched, but if they get the opportunity to go to Mars or something like that, or their children get that opportunity, they need to take it and take full advantage of that.
That just might be a natural progression of America, a ebb and flow of depression and a shrinking, a crunching, and a expanding. I mean, it's the ebb and flow of history, I guess. There's something to be said about there's something what you're describing has almost happened almost like, I guess, naturally. There's something to be said about causing to these things for the effect that you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm speaking too abstractly, but what do you think about that? Because I've had callers tell me, Nick, these wars are bankers' wars. It's bankers doing it. So like, what do you think comes first? Do you think it's these people who have an agenda and the wars happen, or the wars happen and then these people come in with their agenda?
I don't know. That's a tough one. I mean, I think about the war in Ukraine, and there's a lot of things that led up to that. Like, I was 7 years prior. Mm-hmm. Then there was meddling. It wasn't like that just naturally happened. But then I think about the war in Iraq, and I think I really feel like we were really manipulated with that war. I don't feel good about that. I don't like that part of American history.
It's interesting. I think you're on it, man. It's interesting. But with that same reasoning, you could almost say all wars are like this.
Well,
that,
I mean, there's no
and I don't
there's no
disagree.
winners in war.
That's for sure.
There's only losers, and some people lose less. So I'm against all war.
That is entirely true. Right on, man. But what else about this? I forgot, sir.
Oh, I don't know. I'll let you get back to your show. I just wanted to get that off my chest.
Thank you, man. Okay, call me again.
All right, thank you. Bye.
760-515-3855. Yeah. War. It's not good. I don't think that's the quote. But anyways.
Both of your legs at the same time when you're walking. And that's mean I can actually sit back, relax, and I don't have to use 𝒏𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒄𝒊𝒂𝒍𝒔 to mimic what I'm doing.
Fair.
That is alright. No, it wasn't. It was actually piss simple. The video you sent me was the hard way. There's a simpler way to do that. Yeah, the other video I seen took less than 4 minutes to do. Because all you had to do was get the 𝒏𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒄𝒊𝒂𝒍𝒔, I can't remember the name of it, but there's a DS version or DW version, there's another version, and all you have to do is open it, click and drag the head asset to your head, then your...
Okay, we're in a new world. Maybe we could do a little room and then get back to calls in the flight and all that. Because we got a new entry. An entry who's been here before. He's been here before. He's no stranger to the Ballers Lounge, and we appreciate his support. Thank you, Frederick LA, with the first class super chat. Reads nicely, you need air freshener and coach, Mr. Matt and Karen back here smelling like Funyuns and pickles with a hint of Evan Williams. That's what's going on over there, I guess. Flight attendants, we got luxurious accoutrements here. Yeah, I know it's Southwest, but we got showers. We like Mr. Matt and Karen. Look, we're not gonna judge. We're not gonna judge. And you can get clean and fresh in your jams, so you can kick back and relax here on Nick's stream. Right on. But yes, I'm with the migrants in first class. You gotta love it. Migrants get first class. You know it. This is Southwest Airlines. But yeah, what are these people saying? You can't call in, by the way. 760-515-3855. I think this is the furry hideout. We're not gonna be mean. We're not gonna spurg. We're gonna be bond representatives. No, I'm joking. I'm just a hot dog.
I was trying to see if the little balls moved.
I think they're doing
I'm sure giggling.
Got a room for a dog? Got a room for a dog in the pile? I'm kind of a furry.
Oh my god, what time is it? Some balls probably will be jiggling, am I right?
Okay, we're not listening to that.
What about my makeup?
Okay. Maybe let's go here. Nice condo, looking trashy. God help us all. Yeah. Okay, this is the free hideout, I think. I'm a dog, right? Don't I fit in? Don't I fit in because I'm a dog? I got that dog in me. Okay, maybe we go somewhere else. Arab Alpha? What is this? Arab Alpha? Can we already did some news, Flat Earth Victory. We already did. We literally were just looking at news. Can't we talk to the Arabs in VR chat for just a moment? Please? Charbi al-Hul.
Thank you, thank you. شكرا.
Charbi al-Hul. Charbi al-Hul.
شو انا بي؟ what؟
بعد انت لا اكل كبد. ايوه هذا زعلك صح؟
هذا من؟
تعال وقف معك شرطة حاب وقف.
هو السلام.
قاعد تسوي ذا؟
سلام.
وش هارلي دقيقة هي هارلي
اصبر.
Am I haram? I'm made out of beef. Am I haram? Hey, is this haram? Am I haram?
Wait, let me check. Haram, what exactly?
What?
What do you mean about haram? What's haram?
Oh, haram? I think I'm haram. Because I'm a hot dog.
Nah, bro, you're a lovely hot dog.
Oh,
I
thank
wish
you.
to eat it.
Very nice. Well, you have a nice day. What is going on? Maybe the Arabs are fun. 760-515-3855. Oops, I said that out loud. You'll be on a watch list after this, boy. This beautiful Arab thing. Eid Mubarak 𝒏𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒆𝒂𝒎. You know what I'm saying? Eid Mubarak 𝒏𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒆𝒂𝒎. You know what I'm talking about? Is my volume off or something? Are hot dogs just perma banned and nobody talks to hot dogs? Frederick, thank you for that. Frederick, thank you. With another first class super chat, he says, bring Karen to first class, Nick. I apologize. I'm a pharaoh and I don't attack women. Sorry, Karen. I was JK. Frederick LA showing love to the... I mean, is this a Black Queen moment? I think so. Frederick, don't be treating Karen like that. She doesn't need that. She doesn't need all that. Frederick, thank you for that. Karen, you know what that means. Please, Karen, please sit in the Ballers Lounge. You're more than welcome here now that you have your first class ticket. Thank you for that. Much appreciated. Okay, let's do one more room and then do something else. We'll keep it moving, maybe come back, keep it pushing, and then we land and we do our thing, okay? And that's what we do. So bear with me. This might be fun. This might end up being interesting. I got some other things too. A little bit of news for the people who are waiting for news, and otherwise, I got you. I don't know, wrong vibes. What language is that?
Oh my god, I'm gonna throw up.
Sorry, I had to go turn it down.
I would love to have that spoiler. That's so nice.
What?
Dun, 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 dun. Mag, why are you so quiet? Stop
Did somebody say hot
pretending
dog?
to be mute.
What am I supposed to do?
I thought you said hot dog. Oh, my bad.
Just be cringe.
No, maybe.
Hey, what language was that?
I just have to exist to do that.
Physics on that, Abby. Jesus.
White roses.
Cone, dance desktop. Do the little.
Yes?
Do the little.
Oh, that's you?
Or whatever.
Whom the fuck is calling my name?
What language are you speaking?
Yeah, that too.
Okay. Romanian, why?
Oh, Romanian. Can you sing me a song in Romanian?
Better than I can.
Brother, I am concentrating on Flappy Bird.
You can't do
search
both?
Like Maya who?
You can't do both? Okay, I'll let you concentrate.
Nope.
You got this.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Where are
Then
from,
you
by
sing
the
me
way?
a song in Romanian.
We're gonna see. Where are you from, brother?
America. Oh!
Oh my god.
I saw like glizzy in front of my face and I was like, what the fuck?
You think if I get 29, you'll sing me a song in Romanian?
Why the hell is it so hard, man?
Brother, I'm going for higher hundreds right now. I'm just like.
Okay, if I get 29, you sing me a song in Romanian, brother.
Brother, if you get 129, I'll sing you a song.
No, 29.
But right now.
I beat your high score.
Right now I'm on the run.
I beat your high score.
You're not gonna beat my hard score.
I'm doing it right now. 11, 12.
Brother,
Yeah, it's off. All of it is off.
Oh.
brother, my high score on this game is 514.
No, we're talking about 28. I've never seen you do 514, so I've only ever seen 28.
Okay, I go 500 for you.
No. I'm going 29, and you sing me songs in Romanian.
Brother, I am not singing shit. I'm already
But
on
why?
29 myself.
But I'm
Brother,
trying to get
not
culturally
singing, I'm
enriched.
not a singer.
That's okay.
I am an artist, brother. I am an artist, brother. I draw. I don't like. I paint. I don't.
Come on.
Sing. Do I look like Taylor Swift to you?
No. You look like Taylor Swift. Desteaptă-te romani. Right?
You will not hear me sing that shit. I
Why
ain't
not?
patriotic.
You're not?
I ain't patriotic, little bro.
You're not patriotic? You don't love Romania?
Nope.
You're not a nationalist?
Cheers, everyone.
Nope.
You're not a Russian national socialist?
Cheers.
What does Russia have?
I'm sorry, no, I'm sorry. I mean Romanian nationalist? You can ignore the socialist part.
Of course, assuming I am Ruski. Говори по-русски.
No, that was my brain fart. My bad.
Yeah, suka.
Suka. I mean, I didn't say that. Okay, that's pretty good. 50. Why aren't you a nationalist?
I got shit orange on that 50. It is insane.
Does Romania suck or something?
And going off.
Does Romania suck or something?
Some guy that was someone else's friend that happened to join at that time.
I do not hear you.
I'm saying, does Romania suck or something? Because you're not a nationalist.
I mean, depends where you're like looking at it from. Like from some people's perspective, it's like cool. From other people's perspective, it's shit. Depends.
What's life like in Romania?
Get another word out. It's just like, oh, he's gone. Damn it.
I don't know. I mean, it's good, but again, you don't have like many options. That's one thing. But some
It was like I wasn't drunk. I was.
I need a map.
Legit sleep deprived.
there is not like a wider variety. I am talking to little bro about shit country. Get your dumb ass out of my fucking face.
So you don't like it?
Okay.
I know. You also let me.
Come on, sing me the Romanian anthem at least.
Holy.
Do that one more time, you get blocked.
That's intimate.
Well, exactly.
Oh, you guys are like right next to like Ukraine and all
higher
that.
100, you would have already been blocked everywhere.
Man. So.
All right, man. Well, keep it up in Romania. Yo,
I'm
is
not
there
being
terrorism in Romania?
Yeah, you saw her. She's a fucking terrorist. Look at her, ruining
What about like
my high score.
terrorismo? What about like real terrorism?
O terrorismo, hablar español. Y hablar español.
Un poquito.
Poquito.
No, it's all good. I used
Y'all
to
got
be.
Muslim
I think I
terrorists?
still kind of am, but apparently I'm not.
That just means you need a drink
Very
more,
cool.
no?
I am trolling you. I gotta open this one.
You're a borderline alcoholic.
Very cool.
I don't trust you.
Okay, that's enough of that. We'll come back to this, I think. Thank you, Frederick. Appreciate that. Incroyable. What's up, Booty Warrior? How you doing, Booty Warrior? That guy is from Dagestan. He's Dagestani. He's a liar. He's not Romanian. He's not Romani. Wait, so are Romanians Romani? Or are gypsies? And are gypsies Romanian? Are gypsies, are Romani the same as Romanians? First, there is a misconception that Romani are Romanian. The Romani are not from the nation of Romania. They are composed of an entirely unrelated Indo-Aryan. What, they're Aryans? The Romani are Aryans? Are you reading this? They're Nazis? Romanians from the nation of Romania, on the other hand, tend to be of an Eastern European Romance ethnic group. Whatever. That woman who was scamming here on Pico and La Cienega looks like she had... She looked like she could be a back alley Tunisian knife hider. You know what I mean? Like you see her in an alley somewhere in Tunisia with a knife in her hand, and she's just like going like this, side to side, tossing the knife between her hand, looking at you. If you don't, I was talking about this story the other day. If you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, there's this scammer woman on this corner here near Bond, and they're always there. They run it in shifts. It's different women, and they have a sign, and they're like, I got kids and we're hungry and save us, give us money. And so I went up to her. I was coming out of the bank, and she sees me looking at her, so she turns over. She turns her sign so that I could read it. I'm like, oh wow, you have 3 kids? Wow, that's crazy. So what are their names? She blurts out, I forgot. She forgot. Little scammer, you little scammer. Little scammerino. And I'm like, that's when she walked away. She's like, I'm Romani. Okay. Bye. What a mess. But where was we? You know, what did I want to do with this Candace thing? Because what is there to say, honestly? So she's fired from Daily Wire. Let's see if we can get some of the news. See if we can get this. See if we can get a news publication on this so we can get stuff, correct here. Oops. What the? So that we can get the news correct, you know what I mean? Daily Beast. As correct as we can, right? With mainstream media, Daily Beast is a nasty publication. Owens and Daily Wire's co-founder has been publicly beefing for months over the Israel-Hamas war, with Shapiro at one point daring her to quit. See, I didn't know that. The conservative media empire founded by Ben Shapiro has cut ties with Candace Owens amid a lengthy public feud between the far-right pundit and Shapiro over the Israel-Hamas war. Daily Wire and Candace Owens have ended their relationship. The outlet's co-founder, Jeremy Boring, tweeted. Owens confirming this. Owens joined in 2021, prominently featuring her brand. Vitriolic MAGA conservative commentary is what Daily Beast calls it. Following October 7th, the pair began a very public battle that at one point featured the Daily Wire's co-founder daring the star podcaster to quit. The feud began last November when Owens tweeted that no government anywhere has a right to commit a genocide, when she did not specifically mention the state of Israel. Shapiro publicly called her disgraceful, faux sophistication. Days later, their feud became more personal. You cannot serve both God and money, Owen tweeted. That pointed a remark was viewed by many as a not so subtle use of the anti-Semitic dual loyalty trope against Shapiro, who responded, "Candace, if you feel that taking money from the Daily Wire somehow comes between you and God, by all means quit." I remember that. And what I didn't like about that was I wasn't talking about you, Shapiro energy that was coming out of Owens. It was this female like, why are you mad? What? It's that woman thing where it's like, and you shouldn't get mad because Shapiro getting mad if he got mad. That's the wrong. You can't get mad. You can't get mad. It's the wrong thing. It's the wrong. But that's what I didn't like about it. She came at it with that energy like, what do you even mean? What are you talking about? Owens appeared for a friendly interview on Tucker Carlson's web show, where she lamented Shapiro's ad hominem attacks. I remember that. Carlson agreed, taking issue with how Shapiro had skipped. I don't think she's correct. Maybe she doesn't know what she's talking about. Okay. So what's going on here? She had this conversation with this rabbi, this rabbi, right? Which was an interesting conversation I mentioned the other day. What was it? What does there even say, folks? I guess it's the drama that everyone's talking about. This is drama. Who cares?
Artist.
Honestly, I thought I was wondering when Shapiro would do it. It's almost. It's obviously all speculation. What I'm getting at. But I was wondering when he would. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying. Ben is supportive of Israel. He's Jewish. His family's Jewish. Like. You'd want your people to be on the same team. You know what I mean? So it's not really like, because people are making it like a free speech thing. Like what? So Daily Wire doesn't like free speech? And I'm not saying they do or don't. I'm not here thinking like they're the biggest defenders of free speech. Take care, Murden. Always a pleasure. The parachute on your way out, you just take a parachute from one of the ladies. We haven't landed, so you're going to have to parachute your way down there. So thank you, Murden. Appreciate being with us. What was I saying? I forgot. People are making it like, oh yeah, that's like a free speech thing. It's a worthwhile conversation, especially now. Like with Black Lives Matter, it was like, wait, why can't we talk about these things? And all of a sudden, I'm talking about in American politics, in our discourse, there are people, groups, and otherwise that don't want us to speak freely about things. They'll call it anti-Semitism. They'll call it all sorts of things. And I'm not with it. You know me. I'm not with that no matter what. That isms? No isms. What a lie. But friggin', what else? So that's one thing I was thinking about this. But it's not, yeah. Oh, yeah. They want to make it like, a free speech thing, like it's her right to say this on Ben Shapiro's thing. It's like, this almost makes sense. If Candace doesn't feel like she aligns or whatever, then so be it. They can go their own ways. What else? What else? What did she put anything in this clip that I wanted to show you?
Happy Tuesday. At least I'm very happy today because we've been trending all day on X, giving the interview that I gave with Rabbi Barclay yesterday. A lot of you guys have so many comments.
Oh yeah, another worthwhile conversation. The things that they're calling anti-Semitism and this whole definition. That part was fascinating in the conversation Candace had with that rabbi. Now that's, I thought, was actually
moving on to a person.
Conversation. Everything else. The way he was trying to define anti-Semitism, he goes on this diatribe like, well, we got to go back 1,000 years, and it's like, hold up. It concludes with him saying, well, anti-Semitism, the definition can change.
Okay, go ahead. I was going to say I want to talk about that because you put that in this article, which
you can find it right now. That despite everything else I had read or seen or
whatever. Anyways, another thing I'm not gonna try and find it. Another I don't know. Another thing I was thinking about, I guess, during this is also, I wonder the attention on this rabbi. This is one guy. That's not to say you can't say not all, but most. I think not all, but most Jews, I'm learning, have the same kind of chip like blacks, like all people who have anger, all people who judge. You know what I mean? All people who judge and have anger, they think that someone's either better or they're better than someone else, than this other group. They blame. They believe certain evils are worse than others. They have different levels to all this. Yeah, I'd rather watch paint dry than watch that for 2 hours. Yeah, well, let's not just get into this video. But there's your news for the people who wanted some news. What's there to say about Ben Shapiro other than, and all this, other than me, I don't know, making up stuff. Those are my thoughts, a little bit, I guess. Ben Shapiro. Oh yeah, they call it like it's anti-Semitic to say that someone might have a. I'm sorry about the mic. That someone might have a dual loyalty. Well, it's just not. That's just not. Can we agree? It's just there are no isms. But if you're gonna use it, anti-Semitism is like what? Jew hatred. Anyways, 760-515-3855. We got a caller. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
This is Frederick from LA.
Appreciate it, sir. How you doing?
How's it going, Nick?
All is well. No complaints
There's
here.
A lot of talk about the juice.
About the juice crew? What are you talking about?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I like the awareness. As long as they waking up is all that matters. I'm not gonna put it on God's
who's waking up
today, huh?
As long as who's waking up?
Like the media. It took TikTok to expose the juice for them to want to shut it down. Trump tried to get rid of TikTok a long time ago, but you see what's happening. Oh,
but what are they waking up to?
That identity that they in. Oh, this will never happen again by any means necessary. That's how them blacks feel, and you know it. This will never happen again by any means necessary. So they're gonna team up. It's time for the whites to get the boot on the neck. So when the whites turn to get the boot on the neck, they're gonna fight. Say, no, I don't want the boot on the neck. And the Jews said, we had it on our neck. And the blacks like, yeah, we had it on our neck.
You believe that,
and
though?
Over the Hamas. No. I said I was going to play the devil advocate.
See, you don't really believe what you're saying.
No, I'm giving the people what they want to hear. They love the scare tactics. It helps them stay grounded some reason. The whites will say, yeah, I want to fight. Y'all need to start fighting back. And it's so soft. Y'all so soft right now. Like,
but I don't know. I'm feeling like you think people are waking up to one thing, and it sounds like that makes sense what you're saying, like waking up to this like false identity. But yeah. The litmus test is this anger, is the evil. What do you think it is?
I don't know. It's the feeling. It's the hope I'm alive. Because you think blacks, I don't want to miss it.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because don't you believe that blacks are justified in something like this?
They're fighting in poverty, whatever.
Maybe I'm being nasty.
Add a little sauce of poverty on it, and it's a mixture of something brewing, something's cooking, Nick.
What do you think it is?
He ain't happy. He ain't happy about it. Anytime there's something brewing, like when you put diversity. Anytime God's people in the diversity, like their mind grows certain crystals to reach for a better living or a better fairness to what their society in. It's like breeding brilliance out of these nothing as places in the country, but their minds like desert. They like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like when you keep it away from a male plant, it tries to get stronger so it can breed and live longer. And that's where the crystals come from on the marijuana.
What?
Because the female's trying to breed.
You're gone. You lost me.
No, I'm telling you, it's the same. It's the same
What
concept.
do you think is wrong with the Jews?
It's the energy.
I'm still not quite sure. I want to know if we agree or not. What do you think is wrong with the Jews?
We probably don't agree.
What's wrong with the Jews? What's wrong with the Semites? What do you think is
Ain't
wrong with the
nothing wrong
Semites?
with them. They where they want to be, and everybody else is trying to get what they want to be, but they already got the head start where the boot is on y'all's neck.
Wait. Sorry,
and
can
y'all
you
can't
repeat that?
lift
My
it.
apologies. Can you repeat what you're saying? What's wrong with this? What's wrong with the Jews? What do you think is their problem?
What's wrong with the Jews is they're not going to relinquish any power. They already got y'all, tricked y'all into a place to where they're not going to let go of any power. They control the media. The media is all formed outlet of TVs, and what goes on TV or media is like you're too big to fail. And when you become too big to fail, the people wake up and they realize like this small majority is too big to fail, have all the power, have us comfortable with working 60 hours a week while they don't work at all and get paid. Like something's not right.
I'm glad I asked because it almost sounded like you were saying that, yeah, the Jews are wrong for identifying with all this hate, blame, and victimhood, and that they are just doing the black thing, and so implying that you believe the blacks are wrong for the same hate, blame, and victimhood. I'm glad I asked you what you thought
Christians started it too.
No,
It started with Christianity.
I'm so nice to you, man. Why, how come you treat me like that?
No, go ahead. I ain't trying to cut you off. I was like,
I cut you off too. It's all good. It's all good. My bad.
Go ahead.
We're just messing around. I'm glad I asked that. What you believe is wrong with them, because it sounds you said all this other stuff. So it sounds like you don't.
What
even
did I
believe,
say that was wrong?
You said all
with
this
them? I
power.
didn't
You
say
said they got all this power and all this other crap. So it doesn't sound like you even believe what you were saying earlier. And I'm glad I asked you because I don't think that's what's wrong with the Jews. What's wrong with the Jews is they have anger. They have anger, and they've identified.
I don't see them have anger
hate,
nowhere.
blame, and
Where do you see
victimhood. This hate, blame, and
What?
victimhood, just like the blacks. And they think
Where
another
do you
Hitler's going to
see-
come. They think another Hitler's going to come, and white people get any inkling of. And this is not all Jews, right? Not all, but most. But
Right.
this is how I'm seeing it. And it doesn't sound
Yeah.
like we're actually on the same. We're not on the same page at all.
Because you have to show me where the Jews are acting out their anger.
Well, think about it. When this rabbi talking to Candace says to her, you're anti-Semitic bigot, and she brings him on and asks him, hey, tell me why you say that. And he basically concludes that it's because she did not effectively condemn Hamas, because Hamas is a unique evil. Anti-Semitism is a unique evil because of what happened to Jews, and it's been 1,000 years. That's the anger of Jews.
Where are you saying that today the Jews have anger? How are they showing anger? I mean, just because he's angry at people.
Described.
No, he's saying
that's one example.
I'm angry with you even challenging my power. That's a different type of anger. For you to have anger is for you to be enfranchised on. You can't have anger because you have all the authority and all the money, and somebody say, why you got all that money? And you say, don't ask me no question. Oh, he's showing anger. No, he don't have anger. He's showing authority because he knows she should be put in her place.
What?
That's not anger on his part. Jews are not showing anger to nobody. They're doing what they want in the Middle East. Over here, they're not. ADLs have their back. They have a front line of defense called Zionism that they don't have. That's protecting them, and they.
So we see anger differently. I mean, you
Jews having anger
You didn't quite speak to what I said. You just kind of said something different because you in your mind,
said Jews
because
have
you in your
anger.
mind see anger as a different definition. I'm not even talking about what you're talking
Where
about.
do you talk about
You're talking
one
about something
man?
completely
Where
different.
do you see? You talking about one man?
Let me ask you this: do you think of someone who's you were talking about? I'll answer your question. Don't worry. Don't forget it.
Okay.
A disenfranchised person, like you just said, it sounds to me like there's a requirement here. Either you're and help me, folks, if this is not English, but either you could be disenfranchised or enfranchised, and only one of those can be angry. You're telling me you don't think someone who has what you're talking about can be angry, can have anger?
You haven't shown me an example yet.
Oh, what about Jews mad about the Holocaust, thinking another Hitler will come up? Isn't that
they got paid from the Holocaust, and
that's the same anger as blacks thinking, man, it's 400 years and there's all this racism.
Nick, no, you're helping their cause because you're saying them having anger is silencing you, and you can't deny that loud on YouTube or no platform. You can't go on TV and say that.
I'm not
so
saying
if they're
all that.
winning,
what am I saying? Because you're saying a lot of things. Can you slow down for me a little bit, please? You're
No,
saying a lot.
I'm
You're saying
saying-
that I'm saying something. What am I saying? Can you say what I'm saying again? Go ahead.
All right, you're saying the anger that the Jews have is silencing the public.
I did not say that. I was just. You asked me. Can you point out an example of Jews' anger as like, you know, in general, a collective? And I was describing the fear and hate, blame, and victimhood that Jews have, or that some Jews have over white America and stuff like that.
You're explaining fear and you showing me anger. Did you hear yourself?
Fear and anger are the same thing. You didn't know this? How long you been watching Jesse?
Fear and anger is not the same thing.
Oh, they come from the same place. 100%.
No,
$1,000,000%.
they no fear.
That I
Fear
cannot
mongering.
deny. That I'm
Fear
sure of.
mongering. Fear mongering is to make you mad, but if you're not scared, it don't work. So it doesn't make you angry.
If you're
But
not
the
angry,
fear-
you can't have fear. You're right.
No, you can have fear and oh my God.
I think you're wrong about this.
Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen
What
to
do you
this.
mean have?
The
Go
thought.
ahead.
All right, this
Go
is
ahead,
it.
go ahead.
I'm gonna try to explain to you. The thought that they will ever be wiped out is their fear, and with that fear, they have no anger. They're saying we done put ourselves in a position of power where you're gonna watch your mouth, and we're gonna wipe you out if you try to come against us. And you got all the Christians backing them up.
Angry,
Where's
fearful
the-
people do that very same thing. You're right. If
That
that's
wasn't a
happening, and
question.
I don't know, that's exactly what angry, fearful people do. So we're not disagreeing. That Jews would want to silence and use any power they have.
No,
whether
the plan's
power they
been
have or
working
not,
for
or all
over
that,
100
that they would
years,
use it over
so
others.
they're
That's what
not
angry people do.
If the plan, listen, Nick.
I'm trying to clear things up because you're kind of confusing me. I feel like you're
No,
quite a
I'm
confusing
not,
person
because
right now,
if
man.
you know-
So I'm trying to
if
clear
you
things up a
know-
little bit for the people listening.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. But I'm also cutting you off. Sorry. Go ahead.
You're saying the people that's winning have anger and they're not.
I'm saying the
How
people
are
winning
the
have
people
anger?
that's winning have anger? Explain that.
How do the people winning have anger? Oh, that's interesting. Again, I feel like it's because you don't understand what I mean by anger.
Explain it. I'm asking you.
I want
How
to
are the
explain. I
people
want to explain.
winning?
Allow me to, please. Give me. We have some time
I'm
here.
waiting.
Can you?
We're all
We have a
waiting.
little bit of time here, right? Are you? Do you have somewhere to be?
I got all
Do you have somewhere
day.
to be,
How are the
Frederick?
people
You need me to hurry up? Do you have
winning?
somewhere to be or something?
No, I'm listening.
Allow me to work things out, man.
Freestyle.
Allow me to work things out. So, you wanted me to explain what again?
People are running the government the way they want to, and they're winning.
How can they be
How
angry?
How
How
do
are the
they
winners
have
angry? How can a winner be angry? Let me ask you, is this the same as how can someone in power?
See, you're
how can
answering
someone
the
without
question
power-
with questions.
Don't worry, I
Are
won't
you
forget your
asking me a
question.
question
I
now?
won't forget it. I won't forget it. Please, we're not.
Are
in
you
a,
asking
we're
me
not
a
on a
question?
debate stage where I need to follow these rules. Can we be a little bit more loose? I won't forget your question, and I will answer it.
But you're asking me a question,
is
right?
This yeah. Is this
All right,
is this
okay, I just
related
wanted
to?
to know.
Is this related to? Oh, is this kind of similar to? Well, people without power can't be racist. Well, people who are winning, they can't be mad. Are you thinking something like that? How can just because you're
I don't know.
just
I
because
don't
you
know
have
how
power or are leading in some way, why does that preclude
if I
you
go-
from having anger? Why is it that when you're
If I
leading in
go
some
into
way
that,
or
you
winning,
say I'm
why does that
jumping up.
preclude you from anger? Go.
If I go into there, you say I'm jumping all over the place. I'm trying to stay on topic. I asked you a question. You asked me a question about a
no,
different
if
topic.
people, why do you think that winning, like you say, precludes you from having anger? Help me understand that logic.
Because you only get mad when you don't get what you want, and if you're winning, you got what you want. Explain your theory.
Not true. Not true. Anger is a spirit, actually. Has nothing to do with getting what you want. You can get what you want. you still
Explain
get
your
mad.
theory. Every time you get mad, you don't get what you want, Nick.
Nope. Not
Explain your
always.
theory.
You can still.
Yeah.
No, you still have anger. You still have anger.
Because
People
you're not
with
having
anger
people act
never
the
get
way
what
you
they
want
want.
them to. Because people not
with
acting
anger
the
don't
way
even
you
know
want
what they
them to.
want. People with anger
you
don't even
get
know what they
angry,
want.
Nick.
No,
Nick,
you don't
if
understand.
people don't act the way you want them to, you get angry.
No, I don't. Wait, say again.
If people don't act
I don't.
the way
And
you
if I
want
do,
them
I'm wrong
to,
for that. What's your point?
you say do what, and then you start talking.
I'm trying to answer your question. You said you get. If I do, I'm wrong for that. What's your point? If I get mad that someone's doing something that I don't want him to do and I don't get my way, I'm
So
wrong
if
for
people's
that.
doing
What's your
what you
point?
want them to do, why
That
get
doesn't
angry?
mean that. That doesn't mean that
If
just because,
people
let's
are
say I
doing
get
what
everything
you
I
wanna
want, that
do-
doesn't mean I can't get mad. That doesn't mean I don't have anger.
I'm asking you,
And
why
you want to know
are
why?
winners
You want to know why?
angry?
And you want to know why? Because people who have anger don't know what they want. So even if so-called winning people like you're describing get what they want, they're actually not getting what they want because angry people don't know what they want. They'll always be angry.
They already got what
That's
they
the
want.
beauty.
They
That's
running
the beauty of the
world.
spiritual battle and somewhat understanding that you don't get
God.
lost in all this
Man.
crap you're talking about. You're confusing me, man.
Y'all can talk in circles all y'all want to, man. Ain't no
All right,
reason
let's clear
you
it
can
up
say
for
the
us.
Jews
Go
are
ahead. I'm
angry.
giving you all the space.
You can't say the Jews are angry. They're not angry. They're winning.
gonna-
The
okay.
whites are angry. The victimhood is on the poor whites in the South that's going for Trump. The Jews, they
He's saying
don't
Jews
care
are not
about.
angry. He thinks Jews are not. Okay, are blacks angry?
Why are Jews angry?
Because they haven't forgiven. It's quite simple.
No, why are the Jews angry? What are they doing?
Because they haven't
that they're
forgiven.
angry?
I already answered your question.
They haven't forgiven,
It's a
and they're
spiritual
not
battle.
showing you they're angry. You just saying they haven't forgiven and calling them angry. It's like Hank and you diagnosing crazy
It's
on your
all
show.
people,
You're
man.
crazy.
I don't know
You're
every
just
individual.
crazy. No, that's false. That's a cop out.
Don't get mad at me.
Try to
That's the
say
way of the
God's
world.
plan
Don't
is a
get mad at me.
cop
This is
out.
how God
You
said it.
calling people crazy is a cop out. That's the
Calling who
cop out.
crazy?
Yeah, y'all say that's crazy. You call somebody crazy today. Jesse called people crazy. Hank just say, "Oh, you're crazy." Y'all ain't diagnosed.
Right.
Y'all ain't no
All people-
doctors
I'm
to
crazy. I've
diagnose
called myself
nobody
crazy.
is
You
crazy.
don't say anything about that. What the heck are you
No,
getting
but
at?
I'm just saying it's a cop out. If you don't understand, you'll call it crazy. You can't explain what anger the Jews are putting
I already did, though.
physically on people or showing in public.
You're saying something
you just say
different
they
now.
haven't forgiven. They haven't forgiven who?
Their mothers.
How you doing, sugar pancake face? Hey, my bad. I'm sorry. But listen, that's
You're
real,
not making
Nick.
sense.
What are they mad about? They're not mad. They just flexing their power. And flexing
All
their
people-
power don't mean they angry.
You got people. You got a populace of people who are liberals, who are mainly liberals. They feel oppressed. If you're going to tell me those aren't angry people, you're not making sense, man. That's
Liberals
anger.
oppressed
That you
where?
don't see fear
Liberals-
as anger. That you don't
liberals-
see it the same way. But I don't know what to tell you. You have
Liberals
some,
oppressed.
you've made it quite clear. You have this like thing where because
Oh
they
my
have some sort of
God.
power, and you believe you've made it quite clear to all of us. The Jews have power over Frederick. You've made that quite clear.
No, they
So-
ain't got no power.
You're saying
Nobody
you're telling
got
us
power
they're in
over
power.
me.
They
I don't even work.
They're in so much
You know
power.
I'm
They can't
retired.
even be angry. They're in so much power they can't even be angry. So they have all this power over you. You've told us all very clearly. And
No, I said the people are waking up to the power
and
that
for
they
some
have.
reason
That's what
that
they
means
realize.
to you that they can't be angry. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm
cut me off,
saying,
now your
yeah, they don't get angry. When a real man, he don't get angry.
You
he
didn't
take
see
action.
that. You didn't see the Candace.
You know what I'm saying? Real men, they don't get angry. They take action, like delegating authority. Like if I was to get mad, I wouldn't. Like,
have you noticed that we have
them,
not
them
disagreed
shutting down
on
YouTube.
all
Them
the crap
shutting
that
down
you're mad
YouTube
about?
would be an action.
Have you noticed that we haven't disagreed on the crap that you're even mad about, and you haven't even heard a single word?
I'm
I
not
said?
even mad, but I'm just saying if they was to shut
It's
down
clear
YouTube,
that you can't
could
even
say,
you can't even
that's
stay
a
calm.
sign.
You haven't heard a
Listen.
single word I'm saying, and you're just.
I did.
And
I
you
did.
just.
I did.
It's clear that we disagree on the definition of anger. That's fine.
No,
that's a point of
no.
contention. But it's like you're not even listening, man. But we're just
are
walking in circles, sir. Is
missing
there
the
anything else
point.
you want
When
to
I
say
say
before
the
we move the
Jews
wheels
need
here?
to come out of listen. When I say the Jews need to come out of their identity, the Christians do too, and
Yeah,
the
but
Muslims
you're lying
do
about that.
too. No, I'm not.
You're lying about that
How you gonna
because-
tell me I'm lying?
Let me lay out what had happened at the beginning of the call, and tell me where I'm wrong here.
I said, okay.
Hold
go
up.
ahead.
Can I?
Go ahead.
Tell me where I'm wrong here, if I'm putting words in your mouth or anything like that. But you started off the call saying something similar to what you just said, which is that Jews got to overcome something here. Oh, you got to overcome this identity and all that. And that sounds to me like that would be the same for all people, right? If you think that about the Jews, you think, well, you got to overcome this identity. But then you showed where you're really coming from when I asked you what you think is wrong with the Jews. And you went into all this power stuff. That's not what's wrong with the Jews. What's wrong with all people and the Jews is anger. They're judging.
It's not anger, Nick.
And obviously your response to that is showing all of us that you don't understand what I'm talking about, and that's okay.
Right, because y'all trying to create a nation of no anger where y'all
I'm
are
not trying to
so
create
beta.
that.
Y'all can't get mad.
See,
I know what
the
you
fact
trying.
that
I
you're
know the
calling no
bonds
anger
go.
beta,
I know
the fact that you're
bonds
calling
go.
no anger beta proves that you don't even know what I'm talking about. So
I do know Bond's
And it's
policy
funny how you
about
come to church
anger.
and you hear it, but you actually have no idea. Like,
Yeah,
it's
no,
no problem, man.
I
It's
don't
no
agree
problem.
with y'all's anger policy.
No. But the fact
I
that you're
think
calling it no anger
good.
is beta and all that means you actually don't know
I
what you're talking
say
about.
anger is good. Yeah, you know how I feel about it. I already said anger can be productive.
Fair enough.
Anger
man.
can be productive, and you're
Right,
saying
exactly.
anger
It shows,
can't.
which is clear, which further shows why your lack of understanding on
See, if that's your opinion, that don't mean it's
Right.
fact. If you Google, listen,
that's my
Google can't anger be productive.
Huh?
Google
who
can't
cares what
anger
Google
be
says?
productive and see what
But you're
the
right. It's
researchers
maybe just
say.
my opinion, and maybe I'm just wrong, Frederick.
Google it and see
Hey,
what
Frederick,
the researchers
you're right.
say.
Maybe it's just my opinion. Maybe I'm just wrong. You're absolutely correct.
So you calling me wrong and crazy
No.
puts
I
you
want
in
you
a
to
box.
know. I want you to know that. I mean, at this point, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. This is how I see life. But yeah, at this point, it's my opinion. And
So how
and
are
why
you
not
not
just
gonna
why
build
not
a
just let me
nation
have
of
my
no
opinion? Why
anger
not just
then?
let me have my opinion?
So okay, I'm asking you a question. You denied it. So how are you not going to build a nation of men with no anger if you believe anger is wrong?
Well, what part of that means that I want to build a nation of no? I just want to overcome my anger. That's all I want to do. Well, where part of that means
But
I
if
want to
you're
build a
telling
nation?
people they're wrong for
what part
having
of that?
anger,
What
you're
part?
preaching.
What part of that? What
No,
part of
you're
that means-
preaching. You're preaching
what
more
part
than
of that
that. You're
means
deflecting.
no? What? No. Now you're telling me what I think. I thought you didn't like me saying that about you. Now you're telling me what I think. What happened? What part
No,
of that?
I'm not. I'm just
what
saying
part
you're
of that means?
deflecting.
What part of that means I want to build a nation of men with no anger? And what part of that
Because
have
you
I
see
ever
the
said
world. Because you have a show and you spread a message that anger is bad.
For all who may hear. I
So
already
what
know.
do you
I already
mean?
know.
How
I already
does
know
that
most
prove that
likely.
you
I
want
already
a
know most
nation of
likely. I
anger
already
is
know
bad?
most likely people aren't not gonna overcome anger. I already know
But
that.
you already. But you're gonna. Nick, quit.
Nick, what?
Listen, you have a show preaching anger is no good, but you saying I don't.
But
you,
I already
you can't
know
say
that
I
people
want a
are.
nation of no anger.
But why would I? Why would I care about what you're saying if I already know that you cannot convince people and that you can't change people and that me trying to go out and do that?
Why do you are trying
Are you
to
gonna
change
even hear
people,
me
though?
out, Frederick? Why would
You
I
want
care
me to
about
hear
what
you
you're
out, but you're
saying?
doing
Why
the
would I care
opposite.
about what you're saying about all that if I already know that I can't convince people of anything and I can't change them, and that me going out and trying to do that is just me being in my ego anyways? It's not helping. If I already know all that, why would I ever care about wanting a nation and all the things you're saying?
Well, you wasting your time with the show. You're supposed to be trying to grow your channel.
Why? And it is growing.
Yeah.
It's growing 100%.
You're not trying to grow. You're not like that. You're not going to do it.
Well, you don't know that. It's literally growing. I'm looking at the numbers right now. It's all green thanks to all of you. So even though you're saying you got to do something, you got to do all this,
I know,
here it's
because-
happening.
because
It's
they
growing
wanna know the
despite of me,
truth.
and I'm doing nothing. So, you know.
Yeah.
If anything,
I
I hold it back. I hold it back with all my BS. If anything, I hold the channel back with myself.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's all good.
I love it. Wait, what?
Listen, don't let man deceive you. You know what I'm saying? You know who said that, right?
No.
Yeah, Jesus said that. He said, supposedly said it. He said, many men will come and say, I am Christ. Don't let men deceive you. I'm not Christ. I'm just a man that know the truth, like these other men that y'all call crazy. But hey, it's been
Right on,
good
sir.
talking to you, Nick.
It's always a pleasure,
All
sir.
right.
Right on, man.
Yeah. All right, later.
Call me again. 760-515-3855. That was fun. I'm just messing around here. We just having fun here. It's no big deal. But what the heck were we just talking about? What the heck was I just saying with Frederick? I don't remember a word we were just saying. What the heck was I just talking about, Frederick? Los judíos. Los judíos. Los jodidos. You feel me? Is that a cuss word? I think that's a cuss word. Los judíos. Or should I say, I feel like that's a total dad joke. I feel like that's a total dad joke. Any of my Spanish speakers, los judíos means the Jews. Los jodidos, which is close in sound, means the effed. The effed people. The people who are effed.
Call from.
I got a caller. Your name and where you calling from?
It is the real Mr. Mad.
How you doing, sir? The real Mr. Mad. You're here. Thank you for your call. Appreciate that.
What's the word, Nick? Look, I just wanted to point out the fact that Rika, and I love Rika. Rika's a homeboy all day, every day. But what he's saying is he's already getting his little reparations from the government and all the taxpayers right now. So why is he so upset right now? Why does he want more reparations than what he already has?
You talking about Frederick, right?
Riga, yeah, the homeboy Riga.
It feels. Are you saying this because it feels like in general blacks have already kind of gotten their reparations?
No. He specifically stated that he's getting his reparations right now.
Are you actually saying something he said?
Specifically, he stated that he's getting his reparations right now from the taxpayers, and the government.
He said, right? We're not slandering or anything.
No. I'm not slandering. This is exactly what he has said. He said, I am getting my reparations right now from y'all taxpayers and the government because I've served in the army. So me personally, Rika. Right. So he's already getting his reparations. Why is he so upset then?
He agrees that.
Why does he want more? Give him an inch. They take a mile,
wants it
right?
For his people. He's fighting for his people. That's why.
But his people didn't serve in the army like he did, apparently.
Right. This is different. These are reparations for blacks.
He alleges to have served in.
This is the reparations for all of them.
Alleges to have served in.
Well, I have no reason not
to have served in.
But listen, he's looking for the reparations for his people, I guess. For the blacks in general, which would include more than
But here's the thing, though. Like, all right, so he put his part in, right? He did his thing. So why isn't everybody else doing their thing too, though?
Yeah, that's the thing. Don't they? That's the thing.
You weren't there 400 years ago.
100%. And
that's a different story.
And another thing is when this topic gets brought up about that. It's commonly ignored, but it has to be talked about. How come? And it's even funnier actually because this is actually kind of a pet topic for Frederick. And that is he likes to bring up how all these other people got reparations, all these other groups got reparations, blah blah blah. It's almost it's a really funny thing to bring up, and I say that because there's a glaring oversight. If you're going to talk about these other people, other races and whatever, that other groups that got reparations, there's a glaring oversight here. How come these other people got reparations and all this stuff and you're complaining about it, but they seem to be fine? And I guess the argument would be is because they got the reparations, but they're not, they seem to be okay. And the blacks still got problems, right? Hello?
I mean, I don't think the Japanese, had they never had reparations, I don't think they would have been in any type of position as, let's say, Rika's pharaohs and them, or the other guys, the bagel people.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's
seems like they make their own destiny. You know what I mean? Like they forge their own path ahead, and they don't rely on these types of things.
That's kind of what I was trying to say. Yeah. I see.
You know what I mean?
I see others kind of doing that, but
even
go ahead.
Had they had their money, had they had reparations, whatever, or had they not gotten it, somehow they can still find a way. To quote Jeff Span, I don't know what is the name of the guy.
Right, yeah.
Right.
100%.
All right.
100%.
But here's the thing, though. Rika, the homeboy, mind you, so the homeboy, La Rika, right?
Mm-hmm.
He gets his reparations daily, monthly, weekly. I don't know. Whether he earned them a up for debate. You know, he claims that he's put in work and he's getting taxpayer dollars, allegedly, according to him, right? He gets his reparations. According to him, Rika himself has stated this. Rika, I see you. He says that he gets his reparations due to taxpayer dollars, loopholes, you know, in the system. He teaches people how to do certain things that, you know, maybe, I don't know if it's.
And he said this like in the chat or something? I feel like...
Not in just in the chat, but he said it live, you know, on phone calls and whatnot.
Oh, gotcha.
You're right. You know, let's say he helps certain people out, and then he knows loopholes, and then somehow he gets a cut out of this. I don't know.
Are you a DEI?
You know what I mean?
Are you a DEI person for companies, Frederick? Are you a DEI officer? I got you, man.
I don't think he's doing that. I think he's using existing loopholes as far as like maybe something to do with military type of things, and maybe he may use certain people to rent, let's say, from him, and he's maybe you know, he's got a property, and
I
then,
got
you know,
man.
something like that. I don't know.
It sounds. Right. I got you, man. I mean, I'm not denying what you're saying, but it sounds like.
But
you're
okay,
talking
so
about
then he
his
wants
business.
to brag about it. You know, it's one thing. All right, it's one thing to like do it, but then he's got to brag about it and say, "I'm getting my reparations from the taxpayers." You see what I'm trying to tell you? Like, okay, so then you got your reparations already. What are you doing? Why are you
it's like a
crying
military
about
thing.
more?
It sounds like it was a military. Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
It was, yeah.
Well,
No, it was.
I'm just playing devil's avocado
totally
because this is not
thing.
convincing. I'm just playing devil's avocado because you know this is not convincing Frederick or anybody or anybody else because they're, you know, I think it's a fair thing almost if you really want to get into it, I guess. But at the same time,
you know, it's something to brag about. Like let's say you're bragging about it.
Right.
It's a military thing, but then don't brag about it and say these are my reparations. Say this is my military thing.
But then
don't say I'm taking advantage of a situation because I've been in the military and also because I'm doing such and such.
Yeah.
You see what I'm trying to tell you? So that's
different.
So,
There's different.
right, so,
it feels like it's the wrong thing, Mr. Mad. I'm just saying because you brought it up.
No. He specifically stated. He specifically stated in the past that these are his reparations because he's taking loopholes or whatever. And you know, people don't know about these things.
Would you do the same thing if you came out of the military and you know you had?
If I knew about them, sure, why not? You know, just like if I was a business, and I, you know, take some what do you call them, DNR or what do you call that when you
believing in reparations is crazy enough. We don't need to get into all that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, but like research and development, R&D, and that's what it's called, R&D, right? When you get a business and you invest in R&D, research and development, and then you know you take a tax exemption from research and development, which is what he cries about all the time about, like, let's say Amazon or Trump or somebody like that. You know, you allocate a certain amount of research and development money so that your company can grow, and that's actually tax exemptable or tax exempt. I don't know the word. You know what I'm trying to tell you?
Sounds almost like a kosher tax or something like that.
I don't know. There's a kosher tax. Like
let's say you have a business. It's something that gets talked about that people don't like.
Well, let's say you have a business, right? And then you have some research.
Privilege. You're getting like privilege.
It's not a privilege. You have research and development. You pay money to grow your business. That money gets you know, exempt, I guess, from tax.
Okay.
Things, I guess. I don't know. I have no business, so I can't like 100% speak on that. But my understanding is that, let's say you're Amazon, if you're growing your company, you know, you spend $15 million on this, that money gets deferred, you know, from taxes, I guess, because you're reinvesting that same exact money into your business because you're researching and developing your business or something like that. And that's a perfectly legal loophole.
Gotcha.
So of course you would do that, right? Like, why wouldn't you do that?
Totally.
Right.
Totally.
So same thing. He's doing the same thing. You know, he comes out, he's a veteran, and he says, you know what, I'm going to buy some properties, allegedly.
Loud and clear, man.
And I'm going to, you know, get these guys who are on the streets to pay me some money with their Section 8. and I'm getting money tax-free from the government. I'm getting my reparations from the government. Okay, so then you're exploiting a loophole. Cool. If you consider that reparations, then cool too, right? Then why cry about more reparations? You already know the loopholes, right? Everybody can do them, right?
I'm following you, Mr. Mad. Appreciate that, man.
You know what I'm trying to tell you? Like,
I do know what you're saying, man. It's just, he's talking about different reparations. He's talking about slavery and black people. And then, I see what you're getting.
Is it really, though?
You're getting at him, though. I see what you're trying to, I
mean, I love Riga.
Call him out on. I got you. Loud and clear, man.
Still love Riga. Still love Riga. That's the homeboy all day. All day. All day. Come on.
Right on, sir.
But what more do you want? The opportunities are here presenting themselves to you. You did it the right way, and you're getting it the right way. Like, why do you want more? Why do you want to bite the hand that feeds you on top of that? And
that is
play
a
victim
fair
on
point,
top
man.
of that.
That is a fair point. I'd say that to all angry
You know what I'm
people,
trying to tell you?
all people who are.
We can all do this.
We
can all do this. You just got to put in a little bit of work.
I think that's a fair statement, Rick. Frederick, what do you think? Because he's a fair statement.
Riga,
I'd say that for all. I'd say that for blacks and all people, they would just do better.
That's for everybody. Exactly.
But
that's
yeah,
for everybody.
Blacks they got it bad.
Let's say me and you, Nick, anchor babies, Colombians, all day, got thrown over the border. We have every single opportunity we can possibly get here.
Yeah.
Being thrown over the border and we landed safely with a parachute and everything. We got way more opportunities than let's say, one of our cousins from down the block can get.
Fair enough.
And let's say we take advantage of our situation, right? Because we have citizenship. We have naturalization or whatever you want to call it, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I was born here in Chicago, literally born here in Chicago, Illinois, right?
Born and raised.
I've got a lot of opportunities afforded to me that, let's say, my mother couldn't get, right? Because she threw me over the fence, let's say. But I can vouch for her, and after like 10 years, she can do the same thing. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with her doing that, right?
You're talking about chain migration. What's wrong with that? Are you asking what's wrong with chain migration?
Is that what
It's not
chain migration is?
constitutional.
Is that what chain migration is? I don't know.
Yeah. You let one in, and they can sponsor their cousin, their family, their sister, their brother.
What if
their
it's
brother's
your
husband,
own
their
mom?
husband, their brother's husband's
What if
cousins?
it's your own mom? So my parents came here like legally. Like they didn't jump over the border. They legally applied.
That's fine.
Yeah, and then they just had me here. So I don't know if that's really anchor baby status or not, but
I think it is.
I was born here legally. Huh?
Go ahead.
No, I was saying I was born here legally. So like my father was an actual citizen. He actually got his citizenship. My mother, I don't know about her, but she needed me to vouch for her maybe like 15 years later. So I don't know how that works. I don't know what that was all about. But I had to I remember at 15, I had to print out a bunch of like bank receipts and, like whatever little bills that I was able to conjure up back in those days.
Mm-hmm.
But I got her here, like a visa or something. I don't know. But what is that? Is that chain migration?
I think something like that. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely
Is
sure.
it? Yeah, I'm not 100% sure either.
But that's just you guys as an
That's my
individual.
personal story.
That
Yeah.
has nothing to do with
That's
chain migration and the problems at large. It may be part of it, but I don't know, and I don't care. That only makes sense that someone who's an anchor baby or otherwise would.
So, like I said,
family.
my father came here
if a
legally.
nation's going to allow it, it should be assumed that that's some percentage of that.
Oh yeah. 43 years ago, I'm sure that was like a total normal thing back then.
It probably wasn't as
but like I said,
out of control as it is now. There's probably some limits.
My father came here legally. Like he passed all the tests, everything. I'm not sure about my mom. Obviously, she needed some vouching for, after the fact. Maybe she was here on a visa, something like that. I know they didn't sneak over the border or anything like that. Crazy.
Bonafide.
They actually did it somewhat legally or whatever at the time, whatever was legal at the time. But in order for her to continue being here.
You were saying?
Just saying, in order for her to continue being here legally after the fact. After I was 15, she needed my vouching for her. I don't know if that's chain migration or not.
It's sponsorship. It might be chain migration. I really don't know.
I don't know how the visa thing worked back in 1981. So maybe it was, maybe she only had a year, 6 months, maybe.
I'm not sure, man.
I know my pops did it all legit though. I mean, he did all the tests. He passed everything with flying colors.
So you're half anchor baby.
He was a real.
By way of your mother.
Maybe. I don't know. I was born here. I'm a citizen. I don't even have the.
That's a joke. I'm just playing.
I don't even have the. The shot you get when you're here illegally.
Yeah.
I don't have that. I was literally born here.
No, I'm messing around. We all know that you're born and raised Chicago, and that's how it's gonna stay. Mr. Med, always a pleasure, sir. Anything else you want to talk about here before we move the wheels here?
Nah, I think I'm all good.
Thank you, sir. Call me again.
I do actually. You didn't even read your Adam Big gave you a cash app from last week. Come on, dog.
Did you really? You know what? I don't check that, and you might be the only one who's ever done that. And my apologies.
I was supposed to be in first class, man. I'm over here with Rika.
You're in first class right now. You're in first class right now, right?
Okay. I hope so. All right, no,
thank you, sir. Let me read that right now.
I'll let you. Yes,
sir. Thank you for that. Birdie Bound. I mean, the real Mr. Mad with a cash app. Not something I do usually, so I totally missed it. Says, missed hanging out with Allah, y'all. She. Thank you, Mr. Mad. We're going to be landing shortly here. So we're going to need those trays up. Laptops away. Flight attendants will be getting the cabin prepared for landing. Muted. I'm muted. I'm muted. Folks, I was just saying that we've had a couple of squirrely landings. It's been a little messy. A couple of non-landings even. But, hey, it's nice to arrive alive. Nice, right? Appreciate it, chat. Thank you for that. Look, we appreciate your continued patronage here on Anchor Baby Airlines. We're flying Southwest today. I'll see you. Enjoy the rest of your Friday, your weekend. I'll see you Sunday. Monday, we're back for JLP show and Bond Network stuff, including American Anchor Baby. I was not talking during the landing. That part, you missed nothing there. Nick been talking for 20 minutes. No, I was just letting the music play and landing. So good thing that nothing happened. All right, folks. Take care. See y'all Monday, Sunday and Monday. Peace.